Hi everyone, and welcome to, oh, that's not a good start. Welcome to weekly vlog number 10. Weekly vlog number 10. Last time we were doing these uni vlogs, 10 was the last one. It's not going to be the last one in this one. Just like the way it worked out. So weekly vlog number 10. It's gonna be hopefully a good one. I have got a busy week this week. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I've got a dissertation meeting with my supervisor on Wednesday, and then on Friday I've got a haircut. I'm finally getting a haircut. I have not had a haircut since August. So I'm excited for that. And then, as I mentioned in last week's little vlog, I'm seeing with Clanky this week. It's Lucas' birthday on Saturday, and I am so excited. Yes, I'm very excited. So I'm so excited. I have got a busy week, and I have a lot I actually need to do this week, because whereas obviously on Saturdays, I'm travelling down on Saturday, whereas normally on Saturdays I have work. I've got this weekend off. Normally on Saturdays I have work, and then I come home and I clean and I do admin, and basically I'm gonna have to do all that admin on Friday, I think, or I'm gonna like basically do it throughout the week, trying to balance it out. There's obviously a couple of things that I can't do earlier, but yeah, I've got a lot to do this week. So I'm going to put you into time-lapse because I've just edited and uploaded last week's vlog. So I just need to do a bit of organisation for that. I've uploaded it, I have scheduled it. Anyway, basically last week's vlog, as I said, was quite short. So I'm going to try and make a conscious effort to film a bit more this week. Try and film more. I've just not been able to get into the groove. Also, yes, I'm doing this because I feel a bit nervous, and I was like, I want to do something with my hands. This is a useful thing to do with my hands because it works on grip strength, which I do use that for. Like, I have a strong grip, but like I've got weak hands. So if that makes any sense, anyway, I can't like make sense. But anyway, I am going to stop filming, put you into a time lapse, and because I need to get on with some uni work, which is writing an assignment that is due a week today. So yeah, need to do that. Hi everyone. What was I saying? What was I gonna say? So I've written about 900 words for my assignment. I'm not enjoying this assignment. Like, I don't think you can ever, like, I know some people like, how do you enjoy an assignment? But like, sometimes I do actually enjoy writing and stuff like that. However, this one's just feeling a bit tough. I'm not quite sure about how it's going to turn out, but I honestly, at this rate, I just want to kind of get it done. I'm getting to the point of my illness where I'm going to sound a lot worse than I feel, because like, I feel fine, a little bit tired, but as you can hear my voice, I sound terrible. But yeah, I finished that. I finished what I wanted to do in terms of uni work today. Chuck that off. I've just had lunch. I literally just had like a sandwich. Just gonna check off my to-do list. If anyone's wondering, I use the Pumpkin Productivity academic planner to keep myself on track. And yeah, what was I saying? I need to get to March. Oh my god. Yeah, what was I saying? Okay. I need to just like check everything off. I'm not going to the library today. Lunch, done the assignment. Yeah. And then I've got a booking for the gym at 3. So I think I'm just gonna chill for a bit and just get ahead on some admin-y stuff that I have to do. And yeah, I've got to make a few phone calls, which I don't like doing. However, they need to be done. So yeah, a few phone calls, what's it called, like admin-y stuff that I need to do, and just stuff. Some of it's based on the doctor's appointment that I had today. Some of it's to do with my headphones, and I'm gonna try and call my parents and my grandparents. So yay. Hi everyone, so it's Tuesday, and I haven't filmed much yet today, and it's 6:20, and that is because I went to the library, but while I was in the library it was quite busy and there was a lot of people around me, and I felt awkward like trying to set up my phone to film, so I didn't do that. But I met up with Law, and I stayed in the library until 5. I managed to focus for like 3.5 hours, which was good, or I think it was closer to 4. I just kind of forgot to set my forest timer thing, and then I've come home and I've cooked dinner, and I made some banging chicken. I was like, I can't be bothered to like cook something in a frying pan. Today I was just done. So instead I was like, well, let me look up air fryer recipes, because I was thinking, oh, I've heard there's quite a lot of good one. Found one. I say recipe. I was mainly just looking for like, how long do I have to leave it, like, and what temperatures and stuff. But I used paprika, peri-peri seasoning, chili flakes, salt and pepper. Coat the chicken in. I had to do it in 2 batches because I wanted to make sure that the chicken was cooked, and this is a meal prep, so it was fine. I did the first half, ate some from the first half, half of what was there, and then while I ate that, the other half was cooking, and it was all done by the time I was eating, and I just had that with some rice. Probably should have added some veg to that, but I'll probably do that tomorrow. Part of me was like, oh, I could do some vegetable rice, but like I had vegetable rice recently and I was like, I don't want to have the same thing again. I don't mind having like the same meal like a couple days in a row, because it's, meal prep. When I eventually hopefully get a bigger freezer, I think I might just like freeze things, like make multiple things and freeze them, so that I've got the option. But yeah, it was the chicken, beautiful. It reminded me of stuff that Evie used to make, and the fact of the matter is that totally took about, the total time of cooking the chicken was 30 minutes. So it was 15 minutes each batch at 200 degrees in the air fryer. I obviously double checked the chicken with like a knife. One thing I need to get myself is a meat thermometer, because one of my big things with food that I'm always scared of is being paranoid about it, stuff being raw. Now, specifically chicken. Now, I know that you can't get, in the UK you can't get, or it's very uncommon to get salmonella from chickens here because they are vaccinated against it. But you can still get sick from eating raw chicken. So I was like, what was I doing? was I doing? What was I on about? So I like checked it, and yeah, that's my big thing with like paranoia. So I think I want to get meat from wood. I know there's some kinds of meats, like obviously like steak, which is beef, like that can be eaten basically raw, because obviously you have people who have it medium rare. But even with meats like that, the idea of eating raw meat just really doesn't, I can't get my head around it. And that I have tried steak, and I mean I didn't like the taste of it anyway, and then because I tried 2 pieces. I had someone in my family had medium, and then my parents like to have it medium rare. So I tried both, and I didn't like the taste of either of them. And then someone called me dramatic. I did nearly gag at the thought that it was still technically raw, because obviously medium rare is like pink in the middle, and I couldn't. That's the thing, it's like I have always been taught raw, anything that's like meat, like meat from animals, any meat that's raw is bad. And I know that doesn't apply to a lot of, well, it doesn't apply to some meats like beef, but still I'm like, I don't like that, and it's in my head, and I get really paranoid that I'm gonna be sick, and get food poisoning and that. But yeah, it's just a thing I have. I wouldn't say I'm emetophobic. Like I'm more so, the thing I don't like about possibility of illness is this idea of like not being able to control myself, in terms of like not being able to stop vomiting or having issues down there in that department. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna quickly stop for a second because I have to quickly check something. Anyway, check that now. Everything's all good. But yeah, I was quite productive today because, so I went to the library, and initially I was just working on finishing my context chapter, my dissertation, and originally tomorrow, which is Wednesday, I was going to the gym in the morning, and then I had a meeting with my dissertation supervisor to talk about what's it called about some feedback for my literature review. But I signed up so I'm a student ambassador at my uni, which is like an ad hoc worker thing. So you just kind of like, they post available shifts in like a Teams channel, Microsoft Teams channel, and then you either get booked or you don't, which, so it's not, I also do that in conjunction with my McDonald's job, which has meant that I've started getting taxed again, which is great. I love it. I've also started paying into a pension, which is interesting. I forget that that's a thing. I forgot that it's like you automatically, I think, get enrolled. If you work for McDonald's, you automatically get enrolled onto it once you're 22. And you obviously, after you earn enough, and clearly I'm earning enough. It's only like, it's not much of a contribution, like I'm barely contributing a tenner to it, but the company matches it. So when I do eventually leave, and when I eventually reach retirement age, which is so scary to think about, I'll probably just do what my nan did with her mini pension that she got from a cafe that she worked at just before she retired, and just get it as a lump sum. And it won't be much probably, but anyway, it'll be nice, it'll be good. But basically I signed on to do a packing shift where I was basically going to be like filling envelopes and stuff with like stuff for offer holders. So that's fun. I'm doing that, but it's from 9:30 till 3. So obviously I have to, I had to cancel. I rescheduled my meeting with Claire, and I then also have had to, I think I'm gonna just have to leave the gym a little bit earlier. where I've got to meet, it's not that far, so I will have time to like come back, shower, wash my hair. I'll just have to probably like do like a rapid fire dry. But yeah, my nose is running both because of I've got an illness, as I mentioned. I think I mentioned it. I mentioned it in last week's vlog when I was like editing it. But also because I used some chili flakes in the chicken, and yeah, it made my nose run a little bit. But oh my god, why are they so loud? Anyway, I've completely forgotten my train of thought. I'm gonna end this clip because it's nearly 10 minutes long. So, you know how I said I was gonna try and make a conscious effort to film more this week? I didn't. I was a silly sausage and I didn't do that. So I apologise for getting everyone's hopes up. But yeah, this is the end of the vlog. As you can see, I had my hair dyed. I've had a haircut. Today's actually Tuesday. I did nothing. Did nothing on Monday. When I filmed this, so I need to edit this vlog now. But hopefully I should have filmed more this week. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you want to see more weekly vlogs. Bye!